Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Catherine, and today I'm going to be talking about the roles theory and the importance it has on family communication and just family life. So Turner and West define roles as a socially constructed patterns of behavior and set of expectations that provide a position in our families. And to understand the relationship between family communication and the role behavior, there are 4 assumptions, which include role position communicates values, role is an enacting process, expectations influence roles, and role service functions. And with having role assumption, role conflict arises, and there are 2 different forms, intrapersonal and interpersonal. Intrapersonal meaning within, inter with you and another individual. So in my first multimedia, I wanted to show the comparison between the character Cameron from Modern Family in the beginning seasons and the later seasons. And in this clip, we get to see Cameron taking on the role as the caretaker, kind of the stay-at-home parent. Oh no! Okay.
Do we spend a lot of time together? Yes. Do we have a special bond? Absolutely. But do I coddle her more than any other loving parent? It's possible.
And then compared to the later seasons where he is now a working father as a high school music teacher and a football coach. So this comparison just really showcases the assumption that roles are an enacting process and always changing, and that an individual has the ability to drop a given role and pick up another one depending on what the individual is going through in their life course. So in the second multimedia is a story of Erin Brockovich, who not only plays a mother and father, but also takes on the role of being a lawyer in an environmental case. And in this GIF, you can see how she's holding one of her childs in one hand and taking a picture for the research in the other hand. And throughout the movie, we see Erin balance these roles and how she manages time and energy between both family and work. And but nobody's perfect. When Erin's role as a mother starts to weaken, her role in work strengthens, and vice versa. And this idea is called buffering and comes from research done by Brown and Sumner, who looked at how parents balance both work and family. And the definition of buffering is when an individual is lacking in one role, they compensate for it in another role. So in the third multimedia, we have Tiffany and Veronica from Silver Linings Playbook. And Tiffany, who was just recently diagnosed with several mental illnesses, attends dinner at Veronica's house. And in the next clip, which I wasn't able to get a GIF of, we begin to see Veronica talk about her sister in third person, kind of using condescending vocabulary and acting as if she knows what's best for her sister. Eventually, Tiffany leaves with saying, "You love it when I have problems, Veronica, because it makes you look like the good one." And in research done by Sanders et al., they looked at how the diagnosis of mental illness in a family member can force siblings to take on different roles. And the 2 most common new roles are the hero role and the lost child role. And in this example, we can assume that Veronica feels like she is taking on the hero role and that she needs to manage her sister's illness, kind of take care of her, and be the perfect child to kind of compensate for her sister. So in the fourth multimedia, we have Buddy the Elf, who in this GIF is planning a fun day with his new father that he found out he had. But in the following scene, we see Walter say, his father, "I can't, Buddy, I'm too busy, I have work to do." And this is, throughout the movie, we learn that this is kind of a theme that he has, that he's too busy with work, he can't spend time with Buddy or his own son. And research done by Stock et al., who looked at fathers' roles as parents and fathers' roles at like CEOs and higher positions. They did an in-depth interview, and one CEO stated, "As a father, I often ask myself if I'm spending enough time with my family." And this individual in the study and Walter, Buddy's dad, are both experiencing intrapersonal role conflict because they feel they are incompatible with partaking in both of these roles, that it's like a push and pull between work and family rather than just a well-working machine. And in the final multimedia, we have the Gallagher family from Shameless, and in this GIF we see Frank Gallagher, who is an alcoholic who can't really take care of his family on the floor, and Fiona Gallagher, who is the person in charge, kind of patting herself on the back for a long day. And we learn that Fiona is the mother, the father, the provider, the social companion. And since Fiona plays a huge part in the family's life, A lot is expected of her, and with that she can feel intrapersonal role conflict as well, where she may feel she can't accomplish all these roles as well as what her family needs her to. And even in later on episodes, we see interpersonal role conflict between Fiona and her father and Fiona and her mother. And so with all that being said, I believe that roles theory should be published because it can help guide our behaviors and actions in relationships, thus creating order and eliminating confusion on where one stands in the family member, creating a well-working machine. Thank you.